Otherwise, what we have done is in Salesforce Data Cloud, initially we had to build the data so that we can identify inactive contacts. In order to build that data, we took task object. Task object holds records. Whenever you make a call log, that is a task you complete. So we understood that whenever we went to Sales Cloud, we logged a sample call there on a particular contact, and that actually created a task. So this was a call log which we did last time, which has created a task ID inside a task object. So we had to sync this data to Salesforce Data Cloud using data stream. So what we have done is we have established this task data stream. Once we did, you already know the process, where we have created an in-house local data cloud object which is named as task. And we have mapped all these data to that task data stream. And now once you have mapped all these things, you can go to Data Explorer and see the data incoming from task object to data cloud. You can view the data model object and you will see the people who have a call log. Okay, the completed date of this particular task is, this was a task which was assigned. You can add more details because we don't have a phone connectivity. Generally, once we log a call, it is an automated system where phone rings, then it automatically captures call duration, call result, call type, and all those things, which we are not able to, you know, capture it. But let me see if I have something here to capture, where we have subject, call, due date, call complete status, priority, normal. These are the only details we could see here as of now for the call log. So this related to ID is there, which is our key factor, which is nothing but the contact ID for which we had a call log. So we have to identify what all data we can see to report a call log. So in subject, we can see that we have a call. Okay, this subject helps us identify that there was a call log against this particular contact. And related to ID is nothing but the contact ID we have. Let's see if it is a contact ID. It is an account ID actually, against which we have a call log. In this account ID, we have two contacts. So let's see if we can get a contact ID as well here. We have a name ID. Let's see if name ID helps us. Because we have to identify call log against a particular contact. So we have a name ID here. Let's see if this name ID is helpful. So the name ID is something which we have to look against a call log, and the subject should be call. So these two details we will be using further to identify a call log engagement of a particular customer. The second DMO we discussed was the email engagement. You have to remember all these key DMOs. There are plenty of DMOs, but I will try to cover most common DMOs which we use in Data Cloud. Like individuals, we discussed party identifications, we discussed unified individuals, we discussed then some of the common DMOs like account, contact accounts, we already know which we bring data. Then we discussed about email engagement DMO. This email engagement DMO contains all the engagement data, whether somebody has opened, clicked, bounced, whatever email engagement they can do. So there is a particular attribute which is known as engagement channel action. That engagement channel action would be helpful for us to identify, and the individual would give you the contact ID and lead ID, and engagement channel action would help you to identify what that contact or lead or any particular individual has performed. So you see that we have these IDs which we get from the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, and they have particular engagements like click, bounces, okay, all those things we have, which will help us get the particular engagement. Then we discussed two different approaches to solve our project. The first approach was a detailed way to build a custom data within Salesforce Data Cloud. The custom data we built was using data transform. Data transform helps you. Somebody deleted that or what? Data transform helps you build the custom data. How you can build a custom data? Go to batch data transform, click on next, select the data model or data lake object. Ideally, email engagement, which we are going to look, is a data model object. If you have to work with data lake objects, then you have to get individual open, click, all those data streams, data lake objects. But we saw that email engagement is mapped to all those data streams by default. So we can go with data model object, but you have two different options to work with. Now what we did was we we got two different, you can say, data models, three different data models. First, we wanted to have individual profiles, or as we have unified this, you can go with unified individual as well. Unified would give you lesser number of records, because ultimately we are going to work with unified individuals. We have multiple profiles, but we eventually unified them. So what we will do, we will work with unified individuals. And then the second thing we have to do is we have to identify what all our unified individuals have an engagement over email. So we will click on this plus sign, and we will click on join, and join a particular data model object email engagement. In this data model object email engagement, what we gonna do, we will do a left join, because we wanted to have all those data who have individual profiles, plus we also want to get if they have made any email engagement or not. This is a data transform approach. You can have any other type of join as well, but we wanted to look in a detailed way inside the data model object whether they have any engagement or not. So we will join our unified individual profile, or or you can also have. But guys, there is a problem in unified individual. We don't get individual IDs, and unified individual is a different kind of ID. So we won't be joining a unified individual here. We won't be joining a unified individual here. What we will do, we will join the individual which is the lead ID or contact ID. But unified individual ID is a auto generated ID. which you cannot find inside the email engagement object, so there cannot be any join. So with individual, we will join the email engagement object and we'll do a left join. Once we do a left join, we have to define a criteria where individual ID is equal to individual of the email engagement object, and we'll click on apply. And then we only have to get a filter criteria that give me all those records whose channel action is either open or click. Engagement channel action is either open or click. Open or click. Give me those records whose engagement channel action is either open or click. So we clicked on apply.